Previously on Cold February.
Zainab, it's me, Bahadur.
What about Tariq? Did he get the message when our friends paid him that little visit?
I think he got the message.
Bring the car around back! Hurry!
If we can't conquer the castle from the outside, we'll do it from the inside.
Stop! We just want to talk to you!
Tahir Mutlu. He's coming back.
Well, we
He
lost.
was really scared of being questioned.
He must know something.
The chairman says this is the man we need.
Permanently.
So who is this guy? How come I've never heard of him?
So?
So where did this guy come from? This is no city council job. He's going to be head of the National Security and Strategic Planning.
We found him, sir. We're outside waiting.
Make it a quiet and clean job. Don't rush it.
Tahir Mutlu's on television.
That's because every seed that is planted is watered with the tears of the ones that love their nation. And these tears will water them again. Even if that northwest wind forgot it, or the earth forgot it, there is one who knows everything and doesn't forget anything.
Actually, I'm coming to Istanbul to see my parents. So we can see each other then.
You're coming to Istanbul?
Our paths crossed many years ago, but I ended up going one way, and he went the other way. But now we're face to face.
Alongside him!
Yeah.
He's getting away!
It's too crowded to shoot.
Pull over! Pull over!
And almost all of them have ties to this underground organization known as the Company.
Who says it's so?
Oh, nobody says it openly. But if you know how to listen.
I've been away a long time. I missed my home.
Say, why did they send you away?
Nilofer! Nilofer! What happened to you?
Tariq?
Oh my gosh!
Sir, what's wrong?
Sir, are you okay, sir?
That's good. You know where to take him.
I know, sir. I'll take him there now.
The TV reporters are here too. Did the people at the newspaper inform them?
Nobody knows how they found out about it. They must have been tipped off by some other source.
But who else knew he was coming today?
Who knows? It's anybody's guess.
Thank you very much for carrying my bags. Is that really necessary?
It needs to be this way.
Tahir Mutlu, who
that is of interest to many people is returning to Istanbul after 5.5 years. His articles promoting education throughout the country had a big impact, especially.
Come on.
All right, sir. We've got him at the place.
I'll check inside, all right?
Okay.
Are you sure he said the second car?
I'm sure, and even if he was in a different one, we would have seen him. For heaven's sakes, where could he be?
What place is this? Why did you bring me here?
They'll be coming to speak with you soon.
We're gonna keep your belongings for now.
Something very curious is happening. Tahir Mutlu did not get off the train. The small crowd of people who came out here to meet him are still waiting for him to arrive. Cut. Many people is returning to Istanbul after still waiting for him to arrive.
We can't tell you anything. Maybe somebody on duty here.
So you're sure Tahir Mutlu was on board this train?
I tell you, I'm positive. We even conversed for a while. I didn't see him after that.
Do you remember the last time you saw him?
He was saying goodbye to some guy he had been talking to. That guy got off and he stayed on. But I didn't see him after that. Maybe he got off at another stop. I don't know, officer.
Okay. Thank you very much.
No problem.
He knew we were going to meet him here. He wouldn't have gotten off anywhere else. I hope nothing bad has happened.
What could have happened to him? Maybe he met up with some relatives or friends. He might have gone off with them.
If that was the case, he would have called me first. Tahir is a very considerate person.
Thank you.
Why did you hide this from me, Mom?
What good would it have done if you knew? Your father wanted to tell you, but I didn't want you to worry.
How long have you known about it?
About 6 months.
So you knew the last time I was here?
Yes, but I felt fine then. I even thought I could still get better. But the last 2 months have been very rough.
Of course you'll get better. You have to believe you will. Tomorrow, let's go see the doctor together. I want to complain about you to him.
So, what are you planning to do with Tahir Mutlu?
Whatever needs to be done when the time is right. So, you took care of that cop's girlfriend, didn't you?
That's right. We sent him a very clear message. If he's smart, he'll lay off us now, sir. And by the way, the accountant Ferret Arman's situation has been settled. Genghis got him out of prison, and our operative made it look like he suffered from a massive drug overdose. He's in the hospital, but there is no way he'll be able to come out of that coma. Let's see what the organized crime unit does when they find out about this.
This bookseller of ours is very good. Where did you find him?
He used to be a policeman. We used a fake health report to get him off the force. We've been following him ever since he was in high school. He doesn't know anything about us. His only connection to the company is through me.
Very good. Tell me about his family.
That issue's a little complicated. But what's really interesting here is that he's a very close friend of Tariq's.
What happens if we ask him to take care of Tariq?
He has done everything we've asked him without a word till now. But to be honest with you, sir, I don't know what he would do in that case.
Isan still hasn't gone home.
Where is he?
I'll find out now. Hello, Isan, where are you?
Tariq, I'm waiting outside of Tahir's house right now.
What are you doing there at this hour?
I'm waiting for Tahir. He hasn't come home yet. I'm certain he must be in trouble.
Can you give me directions to that place? Uh-huh. Okay. I'm coming there right away.
What's going on?
Isan's really worried. I'm gonna go check on him. Maybe I can convince him to go home. I'll see what I can do.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Sammy, could you ask around a little bit? It's pretty strange that Tahir Mutlu isn't here yet, and it's getting late.
Mm-hmm.
My God, watch over and protect me.
Excuse me. We have him locked up. What should we do with him now, sir?
Let him spend the night there. Wait to hear from me in the morning.
As you wish, sir.
Is that you, Isan? Come on, Isan. Let me take you home now.
But Tahir hasn't come yet.
But we have no idea when he'll be here. How long can you wait here?
He's my friend. I'll wait as long as it takes.
I talked to Muzayan. She's worried about you. Besides, Semi's looking into it. He's checking all the area hospitals. If it was something bad, we would have heard by now.
But I still have a strange feeling that Tahir's in trouble.
I'm sure he'll call you when he gets a chance. Come on, please stop torturing yourself. Let's go.
Yasemin.
Papa.
Forgive me, honey. I couldn't tell you.
We'll talk about that later.
How's she now?
Resting.
She's fading away right in front of my eyes, and I can't do anything about it.
I don't know what to say. I can understand Mom not wanting to tell me. Why didn't you at least let me know about this, Papa?
Please don't be angry. Do you think this is easy for me? I'm so glad you're here now.
Look, I didn't mean to upset you, Papa. It's just that I'm still in shock over Mom. How are you doing?
I've tried to cope the best I can.
I heard you went to meet Tahir Mutlu.
Yeah, I did, but Tahir's missing. Nobody knows where he is. A friend shouldn't have left his friend alone. I should have gone to Ankara and been by his side. I should have brought him back home myself.
Nowhere in the world are the days and nights as magical as in my land. Nowhere in the world is time as mysterious as it is here. And nowhere is nature as lively and this soft and embracing.
I'm really worried that Tahir hasn't come yet. So what are you guys doing to find him?
We asked around a lot, but came up dry.
That's too bad. Isan's probably really worried.
Look, I better go and check things downstairs.
What's downstairs?
There's a squad car down there. They could come after you again. I want you protected at all times.
Did you find out anything about the attackers?
Nothing yet. We've circulated descriptions of them, that's all.
Is it always going to be like this? Are we always going to live in fear?
It's like I said. Either there's going to be a squad car at your door, or we have to separate.
Tarek, please don't talk like that.
It's the way it is, Niloufer. After this job, there's just going to be another case. As long as I'm a cop, it's going to be like this. I can't risk putting you in danger.
I'm not leaving you, all right? If I'm at risk too, I'll deal with it.
You guys gotta be kidding me. You're calling too much attention to yourselves.
Sorry, sir.
I want the next team undercover. That's the only way we'll catch anybody. You understand?
You got it, sir.
How you doing, guys?
Fine, sir.
Why don't we go to Nedim's and take our minds off this?
I got a lot more than this on my mind. But, okay.
Really? What's eating you?
Nothing. It's no big deal.
Does he have an ID?
He does, Doctor. His name was Ferret Armand.
All right, contact the police. Tell them he died from an apparent drug overdose.
Did Ferret Armand talk yet?
That's delayed till tomorrow. I think he's gonna try to cop a plea or something.
Sure. We'll hear what he says then.
If my partner doesn't stop talking shop, I think I'll throw a fit.
When you guys come to my place, you ought to try to relax.
You're right, Nedim. If I don't learn to chill out, I'll just burn myself out.
You need your downtime, man.
With friends like you fellas, how could things be so bad? The only good thing about that orphanage was that I met you guys. And the headmistress.
You're right. You ever go to visit her?
I do visit her now and then. But it'd be better if we all went together.
I'll do it, if we can all find time off from our work.
I guess. But if we could just get rid of this company, then we could all breathe a sigh of relief.
This is to you, Tahir Mutlu. Welcome home.
Now you're drinking whiskey for breakfast, boss?
A sip. It calms my nerves.
You should really slow down. Your drinking's getting out of hand.
Don't worry, Erdogan. I'll be okay.
All right. But there's big news. Tahir Mutlu's missing.
Give me a break. He's no big deal. He's just a kook.
You shouldn't say that. It's true. He may be too idealistic, but he's a patriot.
Your patriotism's impressive, Erdogan. But is his patriotism sincere?
I believe he's sincere, and the people believe it also. I've read his articles and I've heard him speak. He loves this country.
I've seen his type before. They'll talk about democracy, freedom, and liberty and impress people like you. Then you'll find out they have nothing to do with democracy at all.
Anyway, what I really wanted to ask you is, will you let me proceed with my story on the company, will you?
Hold on. Don't rush me. It's not like I can just buy this information at the store. It'll take time.
Fine. I'll postpone the story a little while longer, but I want to start the expose soon.
That's fine. It won't be much longer.
We can't locate him. We checked the hospitals and police stations. He disappeared. Gone.
Did you conduct the search by resemblance?
We did that. A few faces came up on the computer, but they weren't him.
The morgues. Did you think they checked them all out?
We did. Nothing turned up there. We also notified the missing persons department, but I'm still going to keep working on it.
Good idea. A lot of people loved Mutlu. But unfortunately, he also has a lot of extremely powerful enemies. Keep in close contact with the morgues. You never know.
All right.
So what now?
I don't know, Semi. This whole thing is really frustrating. We might as well go talk to Ferit Arman.
Okay, that's a good idea. Let's see when his lawyer can get here.
Any news yet?
Nothing to report, sir. We're still searching for him.
Do you think something bad happened to Tahir Mutlu?
You know that bad news travels fast, so I'm sure he's fine.
I don't know what to think. I hope you're right.
You want to know what I think? I think he's probably been abducted, and they've got him locked up somewhere.
Good morning.
Do you mind if I wash up?
You're free to go. Wash up at your own place.
Why did you keep me locked up here?
We'll let you know that when we contact you. Now get going.
We let our guest go free.
Did you take care of the other things I told you of?
We did, sir.
Good job. I'll call you.
I thought you guys knew. When a top-ranking guy like that comes in, we usually don't even question it.
Did you check his ID?
Yeah, and it was authentic. I can't remember the name, but it must be in the log.
Okay, you can go now.
Do you really think it was a top official?
I don't think so. But if his ID was authentic, then he must have powerful connections in high places. You better find out what name they have in the logbook.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And let's check the morgues again too, Farouk.
You mean for Tahir Mutlu?
For Farid Arman. I don't think they'll let him stay alive much longer.
How is she?
We can't say anything yet. When the results of her pancreas tomography come in, we'll have a clearer picture of what's going on.
When will you have that?
Probably later today, but I'd want her to stay overnight. There are a few more tests I want to run.
All right. Can I see her now?
She's resting now. You should wait a little while. Excuse me.
What's wrong, Papa?
Everything's happening all at once. It's too much to handle. I hope it's good news. Hello? Tahir, it's you.
It's me, son. Yes, I know. We'll talk about it later. I just wanted to let you know I'm alive. I'm going home now. All right, I'll see you then.
Was that him?
Uh-huh. Thank God he's alive.
Oh. Papa?
But my heart's torn, Yasemin. I'm happy about Tahir Mutlu, but I'm worried about your mother.
Why don't you go visit your friend, Papa? She's sleeping anyway. Don't worry, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
How are you, Mother?
Oh, Tahir. It's you, my son. Thank God you're alive. They had reports about you on television. They said you were kidnapped or something. Are you all right? I was so worried. I miss you so much.
I'm all right, Mother.
Why didn't you tell me you were coming home?
I thought there might be a mix-up like this, and I was right. I didn't want you to worry about me.
You're here. That's good. I'm glad. So when are you coming home to see me?
Mother, I'm anxious to see you too, but I've got to wait until things settle down a bit. Then we'll decide if I should come there.
Or if you should come here. You waited this long for me. I'm sure you can wait a little longer.
All right. I miss you so much, Tahir.
I miss you too, Mother. I miss you.
Hey, boss. Can I come in?
Sit down.
Mehmet Aziz Tarman's appointment was approved. The guy's now officially the head of national security and strategic planning.
So, why are you so upset?
I don't think you're listening to what I'm really saying, boss. This guy probably has connections to the company. And look at the chair he's going to hold. He might even be the head of the company.
Come on, Erdogan. You're really stretching it.
No, Tuncer, I'm being serious. I told you he's connected to the company, and now he's the head of one of the most influential chairs in government. Every word he says will be listened to and talked about. He's got tremendous power now.
Aren't you exaggerating a bit? Why would they make a bureaucrat head of the company when there are so many politicians out there that they could use? That is, if the company even exists.
There is an organization called the company, and I'm positive that a bureaucrat is the head of it. Come on, boss. You've got to use your common sense. Why would anybody give so much power to a guy like that?
Okay, don't freak out. We're just brainstorming here. Come on. Give me till tomorrow. I'll find something you can use for your story, okay?
Yeah, okay. I apologize, sir. But when I stop and think of the damage these guys are doing to this country, I just can't control myself. They distract the media and then rob the people blind. Of course I'm upset. They think they can manipulate the nation's future with their money and power. It all just makes me sick.
I understand. You care about the country's future, and I care about it too. But unfortunately, caring too much about it might cost you.
Who is this?
I hope you understand our message.
I do. I get the picture.
That's good. We hope you take more careful steps from now on. You do know how to behave, right?
Rest assured, you made your point.
What is it?
Hello, sir. I talked to him, but I'm not convinced he's really backed down.
I wouldn't expect him to back down so easily. That's why we must continue as planned, so do it.
As you wish, sir.
There's not a bar or nightclub around here anywhere where he could have scored drugs.
Well, he sure didn't do drugs in public.
If he was injected forcibly, there would have been a needle mark on his body. That means they must have been administered orally or nasally.
What are you thinking?
Maybe after they took him, they forced him to take drugs in the car, and then they let him go. It's just a guess, but we'll soon see. I don't know what else could have happened.
These guys really know how to cover their tracks.
They really have a professional hitman. He hasn't left a trace yet. What is it?
Why don't I buy you a book?
Do you have any good books?
Is there a bad book?
We were passing by and we thought we'd drop in.
For what?
Yesterday a guy died around here. We were checking it out.
Work again.
We're still on the job, but we could talk about books. So, do you have something you can give us?
What do you think, I just give away books here?
Hello, Isan? No kidding. That's great. Okay, I'll be there. See you soon. Tahir Mutlu called. He's going home.
Where was he all night?
I don't know. I'll find out when I get there. Could be something serious.
Okay. Please, give him my regards. I'll bet Isan breathed a sigh of relief.
I'll give them your best. I gotta go now.
How much for this one?
Huh.
Wait, doctor.
Yes, ma'am?
Excuse me. I know you're waiting for test results, but they've been coming here for months now. You must have some kind of an idea. Has she any hope of recovering from this?
My dear, to be honest, your mother's condition has gotten progressively worse, but this shouldn't be a reason for you to lose hope. I've seen a lot of patients worse off than her, and I've seen a lot of those patients walk right out these doors healthier than ever. My patients never lose hope here because I never do. And you should never lose hope either. God is great.
Oh God, please help my family.
It's me, sir. I think there are 3 other people in there with him. Another guy just arrived.
Okay, we'll discuss the details later. So, Tahir, you're not going to give up that easily, huh?
Mehmet Aziz Tarman has officially been assigned the position of the head of National Security and Strategic Planning after the former head, Riza Genjal, passed away. The assignment was interpreted as a regular development by political analysts. Tarman stated that his first priority would be security. We have more breaking news. Tahir Mutlu, who is expected to arrive in Istanbul but never got off the train, has been sighted at his house in Istanbul a few hours ago. Mr. Mutlu would not answer reporters' direct questions. Instead, he just issued a statement thanking the...
You turned out braver than I thought.
They're concerned. That's why they abducted me from the train station. They not only detained me overnight, but they've called me to issue more warnings.
They didn't cause this much commotion when you left. Why are they doing this now?
Some people believe their existence can only survive with the non-existence of others. This sickness of theirs pushes them to be so aggressive.
So what's their objective?
That's a tough question. Those who live in the dark and harbor dark thoughts fear even the slightest chance of being seen in the light. They're deluded and lost in the shadows. Ihsan, I got so wrapped up in this, I forgot to ask about you. How's your wife, Muzayan?
Yeah, she's doing fine. Yesterday, Yasmin came home. She sends her regards.
Give her my best. She must have changed a lot since I last saw her.
She has. It's been years.
So who were the guys who made you leave here?
Don't ask me. They're not important now. I'm with my friends. I'm back in my country. The rest is history.
Come in. Have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
I smell a problem here again.
Right. Erdogan Coşkun, that pesky reporter, won't back down. He believes you have a connection to the company. He insists on doing an investigative piece on you. He expects me to come up with evidence. I said I would find out things for him.
What's his agenda?
He's an idealist, a patriot, and a democracy freak. He's such a zealot that he even shows sympathy for Tahir Mutlu, even though they have different opinions. I think he's going to cause us trouble in the long run.
All right. Contact Susan and tell her I'm holding a meeting tonight.
Right.
I wish I could meet this Tahir Mutlu. You seem to love him like a father.
Don't worry. You'll get to meet him soon.
What's the matter, honey?
This is where I lived as a child. I spent 8 years in this orphanage. You could say I started my new life here. My new home after losing my own home. The first people to take me in. My first friends.
So, young man, you're going to stay here from now on. You're going to make a lot of new friends here. You'll have great teachers here.
I've brought you a new friend to play with. His name's Tarek. Make him feel at home, won't you?
Are you making a collection?
Tarek Yeat's first family. My uncle Ihsan. But I had no mother, no father, I know...
Don't you remember anything about your original family?
How do I deserve 16 wonderful years?
What's important now isn't what I remember. It's what I won't forget.
You never really talked about this before.
I suffered a lot of pain, and I don't really like to talk about it. I just mention it because I lived through this, and I don't want my children to live through the same things that I had to. I want a house filled with the laughter of children. I want to have a home filled with happiness. I want a house where everyone can laugh and enjoy life. I've lived with this longing for years, and it's always been my dream since I was a little boy. It's all I've ever really wanted.
I never knew this side of you.
Now you know. So does this change your opinion about me?
I made up my mind a long time ago. No matter how hard you try to convince me, I have no intention of changing my mind.
If we could just meet this family of yours.
If it wasn't for those guys who attacked me, we would have met with them already. But don't worry. As soon as these bruises heal, I'll introduce you to them.
Let me take you home now. What is it, Yasemin?
I'm sorry, Tarek. I don't want to bother you if you're busy.
Yasemin, what's wrong?
We got the results of my mother's pancreas test.
They need this file.
The cancer has spread.
Are you at the hospital?
Mm-hmm.
Which floor should
I
I go?
am.
Third
My
floor,
mother's
second door on
sleeping.
your left.
I couldn't tell my father, so I called you.
Stay calm. It's gonna be okay. How long are you staying at the hospital?
We'll be here overnight.
Okay, I'll come right away.
Thank you, Tarek.
Okay.
I'll be waiting.
Tarek, what's wrong?
My Aunt Musayan has gotten worse. Yasemin sounded pretty bad. I need to go there. Come on.
Yasemin needs the support of a friend like you right now. You should have gone straight there.
I don't want you to be by yourself right now. You never know if those guys are gonna come back for you.
I don't think they'd try anything in broad daylight. I could have just gotten a cab.
Besides, I want to check out the officers that are guarding your house.
Tahir Mutlu has returned, and the operation has started. The first thing on the agenda is Tariq Yeet. Did you know that he has a connection to Tahir Mutlu?
I did, but it's an indirect connection. Ihsan Sanmez helped Tariq. He was his foster parent, and he's also Tahir Mutlu's closest friend.
Okay. We might be able to exploit the nature of that connection later. Please keep that in mind.
I will, sir.
The second thing on the agenda is Erdogan Coşkun.
You know the situation. We can certainly stall him from writing about the company, but who knows for how long we'll be able to do that. Eventually, we're going to have to eliminate him.
I think I have a better idea. Since you promised him to get him something about the company, why don't you tell him you set up an interview with me? Maybe I could change his opinion on a few matters, don't you think?
But Erdogan is a very good reporter. He could pick something up.
Why don't you give him the file Suzanne prepared about Tahir Mutlu? Convince him to write a story about that. The file. It is convincing, isn't it?
Actually, the documents we collected didn't have much in them, but with some careful work and some critical changes to them, now there are things in it that will look suspicious.
Good job. But before this file comes into play, I want to have his name linked to a couple of suspicious incidents, as we've planned. Will you do that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hello, ma'am. It's Tahir Mutlu.
Oh, hello, Tahir.
How are you?
I'm doing very well. Could I please speak with Ihsan? Is he at home?
He's at the hospital right now. There they're all going to spend the night there.
Is something wrong? Is somebody ill?
You must not know about Musean's condition.
She's been sleeping for hours.
It's the medicine's side effect. Because she was in so much pain, we increased the dosage.
Since the first day we were married, you were the one who always sacrificed yourself. You were the one who gave the most. I would work all day and then go out at night to try to do something good for some other people's kids. But you never complained even once whenever I came home late. How could I ever repay you?
When I was in Beetleys, I would console the relatives of the patients. Now I'm the one who needs consoling.
Yasemin, you have to be strong. Your father's in pretty bad shape. If you let yourself go, then who will be there to hold him up?
I know that, but it's very hard. It's so hard. I have no strength. I need your help.
You know that I'll do everything I can.
And to think I was in Beetleys waiting for my mother to come and visit me. I was the only one who didn't know what was going on.
I wanted to tell you the truth, but your mother, she made me promise to keep quiet.
I know. I'm not blaming you or anyone else. I was upset at first, but I would have done the same thing myself. When I think about it now, your visits to my parents gain more importance. Thanks again. I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad too.
I thought I could help you out with that problem of yours. You know, that patient in Arenkoi?
Oh. That's right. We'll discuss it later.
Can you take care of it?
You can count on me, sir.
Fine then. Make sure you put ample surveillance on the place tonight. I don't want anything to go wrong tomorrow. And put the statement somewhere where it can easily be found. The statement should say that the bombing was done to avenge the injustice done to Tahir Mutlu.
As you wish, sir.
But I want you to wait for Suzanne's guys to take action first, then make your move.
I need you to get your guys ready. You have an important job to do tomorrow.
Cancer can bring great fear, but I believe it can also be a means of great strength. If one shows patience towards it, it can free them of their worldly loads. With a strong person like Musean, it will shake her, but won't be able to break her. She will stand firm. Her patience will deliver her soul to heaven and God. The ones that show patience are the winners. Spring will show its face again. The grateful will always be winners. In hardship, have patience. In times of bounty, show gratitude, and you will always emerge victorious. Do that, and you will always end up winning. Do you understand, my friend?
To end up a winner is good, but what if I lose? I'm not so strong.
No one will be given a hardship they cannot bear. We're friends. We're here to stand together and support each other.
To some extent, we know what she went through. So the first thing she remembers will probably be the trauma she suffered years ago. Her life after the incident is a blur to her, and her life before the incident is nothing but a complete mystery.
You mean if she remembers her life before the incident, it could aid in her recovery?
It could make things a lot easier.
So if we find a close relative, it could help.
It might help. But it could also have a reverse effect. She might relive the incident. We can't know for sure what kind of response that will cause. There's a chance that reliving it could push her into an even worse state. It depends on whether she's emotionally ready to deal with it.
Why isn't she sleeping at this hour?
She doesn't have a set schedule. She doesn't go by the time. She goes by her needs. She probably doesn't even know what time it is. If you need anything, I'll be in my office.
Zainab is me, Bahadur. This is a very good friend of mine. Her name is Yasemin. She's a very good psychiatrist. I'm going to introduce her to you soon. I'm sure you'll like her too. She wants to help. She wants to help you and me.
Are you planning to plant the bomb yourself?
Since I can't trust you to do it right, I have to take care of it.
What's up?
We're starting soon.
That's good.
Don't mess it up.
What is this?
We know you're the ones who abducted Tahir Mutlu from the train. We won't stay quiet about this kind of injustice.
Do you have any idea where you are right now?
What do you think we are, stupid?
You're all under arrest! Everyone here is under arrest! Stop! Stop, right where you are. Put your hands in the air. Do it right now! Don't make a move, man.
morning. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, boss. You look like you're in good mood.
I sure am. I was working on your thing all night, but it was worth it.
Really? All night?
I set up an interview with Mehmet Aziz Tarman for this Saturday. That's in 4 days. Normally he doesn't give interviews, but he couldn't say no to my guy.
This is amazing. He's rejected interviews with everybody. This is great news. Tell me, how did you do it? What did you do?
I'm not the boss for nothing, Erdogan. I have my connections. Anyway, I have to go. Oh, while I was working on your thing yesterday, I got my hands on a bombshell.
What's this?
The true face of Tahir Mutlu.
What do you mean?
The real intention of that so-called patriot of yours, his connections, the things he was up to when he was overseas, it's all right here in black and white. I'm afraid this guy's trying to take over the government.
It's an official report.
Of course it is. I was planning on giving it to you sooner, but you were busy with this company thing. I want to press this news right away. I have a feeling this guy's going to do something soon.
Tunjer! A bomb went off at the police department's intelligence building. They say there's a connection to Tahir Mutlu.
Okay, I'm coming. You see, I told you something was gonna happen.
Can I take a look at this? I'll give it back in a couple hours.
You can read it, but don't show it to anybody.
Okay, Assad. I'm coming now. It looks like it's all starting up again.
That damn idiot. This alters everything.
Uncle Isan.
What is it? What's wrong?
Didn't you hear what happened?
No, I heard nothing.
Things are pretty messed up. Come on, I'll tell you on the way.
Okay. It can't have any connection to Tahir.
I know that. But I think it's a good idea if we talk to him. I called him before I came to get you.
Some people are trying to smear his name.
I asked him about that yesterday. Who would want to do this to him?
I don't know if these guys and the guys from before are the same people, but before they sent Tahir away, there was a group that would always complain about it. They made statements to the papers calling him one of the worst enemies of the state. Nothing came of it, but they just muddied up the water too much.
What group was that?
The Tree of Life Society, I think. It's well known by most people.
The Tree of Life?
That's right.
We're the ones who took you off the train from the police force.
They had police badges, but I don't think they were cops. What's strange is that I couldn't tell anyone which department they were from because they wouldn't tell me.
I wonder what they're planning to gain by doing this.
Maybe they're afraid that you'll become a symbol of freedom and democracy again.
If that was the case, they wouldn't have done this. This must be a small part in a master plan, or else they were just amateurs. But I don't think they were amateurs.
We talked about it with your friends before you came. Everyone wants you to continue. We're just afraid of them harming you.
And I'm afraid of not being able to do anything. You don't expect me to just sit idly by while these people ruin this nation's future for the sake of their own personal profit?
So, what do you think?
Unbelievable. It's just unbelievable.
You didn't expect anything like that, did you?
How could I? When you look at the guy, he seems to be a great teacher, an author who loves the people, and a champion of democracy and freedom. But according to this, he's the leader of some criminal organization. The money involved, the people he has connections to. I'm just shocked. What kind of guy is this? He sure doesn't look like the man I thought I knew.
Well, you never can tell, can you?
You're right. But tell me, is this report authentic? Can we trust it?
I checked it over with a couple of sources. It's accurate. They've been collecting this information for a very long time. So do you think it will cause some waves?
Oh, of course it will. It's going to be a bombshell. A bombshell! No one knows about this stuff. Maybe I should contact Tahir Mutlu. He must have something to say in his defense, right?
Of course he will. But by then, some other people will get a hold of this and we'll be left standing in the dust. We need to press this right away. Anyway, he's going to deny it. I need someone to write this story. I thought of you, but you're working on the company story. I'd rather not assign it to another reporter because, after all, Erdogan, you're the best man I've got.
Yeah. The company story can wait a while. I'll get to work on this right away. I can have it ready for you by tomorrow at the latest.
I don't know. I don't want to look like I'm favoring you or anything. First the Mehmet Aziz interview, and now this.
Come on now, boss. Nobody has to know anything.
Okay, then. Get working on it right away. I'll run it in the paper as soon as you get it ready.
This is going to be a front-page story.
I don't doubt it one bit.
Sir, can you please tell us your side
What
of
was the
story?
statement he made to the police?
Does the bomber have connections to Tahir Mutlu?
I have nothing else to say. Why don't you direct your questions to Tahir Mutlu instead?
Mr. Mutlu, did you know the bomber?
Can you tell us about the group that was protesting in front of the building?
I know as much as you know, but there's one thing that I do know. Bad things like animosity and hostility and hatred have always been short-lived and always will be.
This isn't the first time something like this has happened in your name. How can you be so sure the violence will stop?
Because I know that someday on God's earth, hearts filled with love and respect will predominate. The ones who always championed kindness, compassion, and love will rise to the top because compassion exists within us all. Things like hate, revenge, and anger might rise up now and then, but those evils will never prevail. Only love will set us free. Thank you for your questions. Good day. Excuse me. Good day to you. Thank you.
That's enough for
Good day.
now. Mr. Mutlu is very tired. Please, people. In a few minutes, an official from the police department will be making a statement. You can direct your questions to him. Thank you. Thank you.
Tahir Mutlu. It's been almost 30 years.
Excuse me. Do I know you?
You don't recognize me?
you.